Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2025 Audi Q3. This is a Premium Plus. It also features the black optics package, finished off in Arcona white. MSRP is just over $46,000. So we have a smaller size SUV that is still very capable if you're not looking for a big vehicle. We'll start off underneath the hood, where this features the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 228 horsepower, 251 pound-feet of torque. It is all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in just over 7 seconds, and top speed is 130 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 15.9 gallons. You'll expect to see 20 miles per gallon in the city and 28 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way up front, there's a forward-facing camera, plenty of cutouts in this hexagonal grille to provide additional cooling. There's parking sensors, sensor for distance pacing, even LEDs for the lighting too, and then of course all of the gloss black accents to give it a great contrast with the white. And then there's a few subtle lines coming down the hood to give it a good design. Now this also has a two-tone design for these wheels. There's body colored fender arches, and then a lot of gloss black running down the side. It's on the power folding side mirrors, where there's also a camera and a turn signal. It's on the window trim, the roof racks. There's also a full moonroof up top. And then it's also in the lower section for that side skirt there. Now, as we work our way to the back, there's a body colored spoiler along with the third brake light. You have the wiper blade just underneath that. And then there's LEDs, backup camera, all the sensors. And you can also opt for a hitch with this. You can tow right around 4,400 pounds. Now, you can also use the button on the key fob or the one up underneath to gain access to the cargo space, where you have a decent amount of room for this smaller size vehicle. You get a 12 volt with this small storage bin. You have another bin on the right side, and then a spare tire underneath. You might be able to use it for some storage, but it is mainly for that tire. Now, you can also remove that cover and fold the seats down to get a lot more interior space. There's two buttons up top. You can just close the liftgate or lock it. Now, if you do lock the vehicle, any door handle will lock and unlock the car, which is nice to see. For the door panel, really nice trim accents with interior lighting. You'll notice the window control, lock and unlock, Sonos for the audio system, and then storage down below. You also get storage in between the door panel and the seat itself, and then a really nice design for these seats with the red stitching. Now, if I just pull on this tab, that is how you can fold the seat down, and you can use that to further recline the seat too. Now, at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. There's storage pockets, vents, and auxiliaries. These seats also move forwards and backwards too, so making it a lot more versatile for the smaller size. And then you have an armrest with the cup holders, and you can also fold down this middle seat as needed. And then here's a look at your visibility. You can see around that pillar very easily. And then at 5'10", I have about 2 inches or so of headroom in the back. So it's very comfortable. You could go on a long trip and be in the back seat. Now, up front, all of your window controls, side mirror adjustments, even the memory seating controls are located in the door. You have your liftgate release and then some more storage. And then a really nice design for these seats with S up in the upper section there, all of your controls, and then your one manual adjustment for the leg support. And then let's start this up where we have a solid and perforated leather steering wheel. There's paddle shifters on both sides. And then you have tuning, volume, Bluetooth, and voice commands, along with a favorites button, so you can set that up accordingly. You have your cruise and distance pacing, and then controls to go through the gauge cluster here. So you'll notice that you can go through a little bit of information by scrolling through all of this, and then when you push on the view button, it makes it go away. So a little bit more of a clean view. Interesting, the whole screen doesn't change, but you have that button to use as needed, and then you have temperature and fuel on both sides of the screen. Now, you do get additional storage down below. You have headlight adjustments, one air vent, you have 2 more in the middle, and then the infotainment system is very easy to go through. There's all these icons here, even with a split view, and then you have shortcuts on the left side that are fixed, so you can always get into those, get into your driving modes there. You have lighting and visibility, you can get into your phone, along with music, and back to home. Now, underneath that, there's all the climate adjustments. So you have temperature, fan speed, where you'd like the air to go, even the heated seats. You have volume and tuning, and then a shortcut down below to the drive select, traction control, engine start stop, there's the hazards, parking sensors, and even a downhill assist. You do get wireless charging with some auxiliaries, and then as we put this into reverse, with the 360 camera system, you pretty much have no shortage of visibility. So you can look around the entire vehicle which is very helpful. You can also shift using the shifter or the paddle shifters as I showed. There's the e-brake, a 12 volt. You have cup holder storage along with some in the armrest there. There's also a locking glove box with carbon fiber just above that, and then garage door buttons in the rear view mirror, touch sensitive dome lights, and controls for both the sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look from the driver's seat where it's pretty easy to see all around for its smaller size. And so we're in dynamic mode. We're in second gear. Here we go. And just a minor acceleration, we can get up to speed. Paddles seem pretty responsive too. So if you want to have some sporty driving in your Q3, you can use those paddles as well. Turning radius is also pretty good, as you would expect for a smaller vehicle like this, so it'd be great for city driving and just maneuvering in general. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Q3. Seating position is also very nice too. As a driver at 5'10", currently I have maybe 2 inches or so of headroom, and we do have a height adjustment for this seat. So it's a small vehicle, but I think you can be 6 feet, maybe a little taller, and be comfortable in this. So again, Audi did a really good job with maximizing the interior space for having such a small footprint. Seats are super comfortable too, with the supports on both sides, and it's just a nice place to be. You have a lot of space to use this as a practical daily driver and throw in some larger items here and there. So definitely a good smaller option, and I would say on that affordable side. In today's market, average price of a new car, I think, is creeping up to past $50,000. So for this model here, you're getting a luxury vehicle at a pretty good price, I would say. But that is going to wrap it up for this 2025 Audi Q3. Once again, huge shout out to Audi Northlake for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.